told my dog to drop it, and he did. And I went over, and it let me pick it up, and there was a small wound on it.
If it was caught by your dog, it would probably help to have some pain medicine. Okay. They look a little dehydrated, but otherwise they look okay. So we'll give them some fluids, and then we'll get them started on a baby bird diet.
Okay, great.
We have a special baby bird diet just for these little tykes.
You will keep me updated, correct?
I will let you know the ultimate outcome. I'm not sure it's broken because he's moving it.
Oh.
I think there's something else going on. All right. No, stay in there. Stay in there. Stay in there. All right. I think we have a rabid raccoon.
Center Wildlife Care in Port Matilda, Pennsylvania, rehabilitates animals that are sick, animals that have been injured, and babies that have been orphaned. Rehabilitated animals are released back into the wild once they're able to survive there. CWC's mission includes providing educational programs with live animals to the public.
Yeah, all of these animals are rescues in some way. Our main mission and purpose is rehabilitation and release to try to get the animal back out into the wild. But occasionally we get animals that can't be released and they're handicapped, and so we can use them for educational outreach. All of these animals are handicapped in some way that they can't be released, and so we use them for educational outreach.
She can fly, but she doesn't fly well. She actually has a wing injury, and that's why she's with us. And it healed incorrectly, so she can't fly the right way.
They fly up really high and can see, and then they dive bomb, right?
Yep. She's the fastest bird in the world.
It ruined everything we were wearing. Almost a greenish tint to the color. The beak.
Yeah, and different raptors will have different colors up there as well. Like the red-tailed hawks have more of a yellow up there.
Right. We used to have a lot of rabbits in this one cemetery in your house. And then the red-tailed hawk moved in, and there were less rabbits. Pretty efficient. Thank you so much.
Yeah, well, he's turning it to the left right now pretty far. And do you know why they turn their heads like that?
It rose to like 250 degrees.
Yeah, you know how like when we look around, we can do this. We can like look without turning our heads. They can't do that. Their eyes are always forward. So for them to look around, they have to turn their whole heads.
We're taking in 2,000 animals a year right now.
Oh my God.
We have outgrown the space that we have right now.
And this is beautiful what you've done. Did you start out in a basement, your own basement?
But it's now a finished space in a different location, and so in that finished space in the basement is the clinic and a lab and an education room.
Wow.
And we, like I said, we plan on building another facility to expand because we've outgrown that space. So
And how big of an animal do you take? I mean, where's your limit on?
we take all native species of wildlife, everything from bunnies to bears.
Really?
Yes. And right now we have 2 bald eagles.
If you take our business
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and so we typically the bears that we get are baby bears that are fostered. The largest bear I got was probably a medium size that we treated for mange, and then it was released.
Oh, so you have a whole crew that has to go pick up the animals and...
We don't actually go out and catch animals. The people have to bring them to us,
Okay.
and then we rehabilitate them. We take them to the vet if they need care, and provide nursing care and rehabilitation until they're ready to be released back out into the wild.
You must have done a lot of learning on your own in order to do this.
Yes, yeah. But I had a great background with, domestic animals and livestock, but it did not prepare me for wildlife rehabilitation. I had to get professional training in wildlife rehabilitation, and I was doing that while I was working at Penn State. I never thought that it would turn into this.
No wildlife species is turned away.
looks like he's getting ready to shed, doesn't it?
Yeah, this top part's getting loose.
None is judged by its usefulness or harmfulness to people, and none is regarded as so plentiful that an individual in need can be ignored.
There's somebody here that needs to be trained.
To be trained?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me 1 second and then I'll be out.
Whoa.
Dry it off.
This little guy was hit with a lawnmower, and we initially thought we would have to euthanize it because of the head trauma. But we had it examined by a veterinarian, and the veterinarian thinks it'll recover, but it won't be releasable, and so we'll probably keep this guy as an education animal. We don't know yet if he will eat on his own and will adapt to captivity until we try, so we just have to wait and see. Do we have alcohol?
Want me to grab them?
Yeah, why don't you? I put towels here to dry them off a little bit.
Rabies was first described 4,000 years ago, but there are new viral diseases with wild animals as the source.
Hey, Catherine. I have a raccoon for rabies testing for you. Okay. Do you want me to take it around? Yes, please. Okay, thank you.
CWC works with Penn State to test for existing diseases and detect and monitor the effects of emerging ones on animal owners and industries.
I have a raccoon for rabies testing for you. Sounds good. Thank you. Thank you. Bye. Bye.
Center Wildlife Care is funded entirely by donations. Center Gives, a fundraiser for county nonprofits, is a major source of income.
Is it broad-winged hawk? She's tired of wearing these anklets on her, so she's trying to take them off.
And during the holiday season, people can support CWC by sponsoring a critter for themselves or as a gift.
It was found in a lake-hold trap, and the finder found it 2 weeks after it was in a lake-hold trap. So this is an old injury, and it probably has a roaring infection. So we're going to take some blood samples and do some tests, vaccinate him while he's under anesthesia, and then go from there. The hopes for this animal, I just don't know yet. We have to wait until we see how he does. He has to have a leg amputated. I'm not sure if I can release him. If we can't release him, we'll place him in an educational setting like a zoo.
Okay, so how do we want to do this?
I'm just going to pull him out and put him to the ground and give him an injection.
Okay. Then we'll get the scale and we'll get it a definitive weight, and if we need to reverse them, we'll do this from that aspect.
Well, that was easier than I thought it was going to be. Okay, I got his head up here.
Okay. Where are you? Okay, so this will sting a little bit. Let's get a feel of him here. See, yeah, he's not a lot of muscle on there.
Yeah, skinny.
You did it, kitty cat. That should take about 10 minutes maybe.
Alright.
And maybe not even that, especially for them being a little bit malnourished. You may go down quickly. That's typical.
Oh, Kitty, look at your poor leg. I really don't think that that he's going to be releasable. He's got 2 strikes against him. He's missing a leg, and he's a juvie.
And he's small. And
Yeah.
he's young, so he's not.
Yeah, he's young, and he's not an experienced hunter.
The muscle doesn't look too bad here, so what my hope is we can cut away any of this dead skin. We'll just separate the muscle back far enough that I can just make an even cut on the bone, and then have enough skin to be able to close over the stump fairly well.
Awesome.
And if we're amputating from a normal leg, I would be much more particular as far as how I made my incision and all. But we're just going to use what we got here. I'm going to just try and get back to fresh, healthy tissue, and then we're going to kind of put it together however it'll go together, just so it saves this guy a little bit of extra leg. And not that he's going to be using a great deal, but sometimes I think there's a difference in just being able to bend the leg and feel like it's functioning. Alright, so the question is, can I pull that down and cover the stump? That feels pretty good. Got enough padding over the stump, I think. Alright, let's get him in there because he's starting to wake up.
Yeah, he's brown a little bit.
Aww.
I'm not letting go until your hands are on him, but I don't. There you go. Thank you. Alright. You got the protective gloves on.
Yep. Alright. Kitty cat. Alright, here, I'll just. Okay, I'll do
Okay.
this.
Good job, everybody.
Alright, thanks everybody for your help. Oh, he's already lifting his head.
Aww. He's like, no drugs will hold me down.
He's already trying to stand up. Would you like to do the bobcat first?
Sure, whatever you want to do. I don't care. I'll just grab get my gloves. Do you think I need a net or should just?
We'll
one?
just use this
Okay.
one. I think one net's enough. So we're going to go up, and Jennifer is taking the bobcat to T&D Cats. She's going to have it there on display as an education animal. So we're going to catch the animal with a net and get it in a carrier so that she can transport it to her facility.
Yeah. Look at that.
All right. Yeah, go straight ahead. All right. All right, our fella is in here. Right there on that shelf. I know. How you doing, Bobby? I know, I'm sorry. We're going to be taking you someplace else.
Giant shot.
All right. Got him. All right. Whoop. Okay. All right, kitty. Nope, the other way. Good. Here. Come on.
Okay. Bobby, you're going to a better place. Yes, you are. Okay, Bobby. Going to your new home.
Nice job, Jen.
All right, good job.
Some animals are cared for in private homes owing to the lack of space at CWC's base facility. More than 24 individuals provide home care on the executive director's permit and under her supervision.
Somebody needs to hold the wing over there. I have his head. Okay. Now you want to come around. Yeah. Alright. Go back a little bit like that. There we go. Okay. Alright, direct pressure. Got it? Yep. Okay, you can let him go. Let him go.
The swan or any waterfowl could be picking up lead pellets from shotgun shells or lead tackle, and dissolves in the digestive system, gets in the bloodstream, and makes them sick.
Alright, I'll go ahead and get this processed.
Wow, this readout is still at a lethal level. We're hoping that this bird will recover, so we'll keep working with them.
Proper nutrition is a requirement for any animal's health and recovery. And for those in CWC's care, this can include commercially available animals similar to what they would find in the wild.
I just fed Bobbles, our barred owls. It's not anything that we can stop doing. They still need to be fed every day and kept clean and given enrichment items to do. So it's important that we don't take a break during the winter.
CWC's staff and its 50 to 60 volunteers would agree that cleaning up after the animals is among the least glamorous, most time-consuming, and most necessary work they do. Volunteers also process the intake forms filled out by people bringing animals. Who brought it? Where did it come from? What was its problem? A central database stores the information needed for the yearly reports required by the Pennsylvania Game Commission, the Fish and Boat Commission, and the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service. In a typical year, more than 2,000 forms are processed.
I'll see if I can get a swab.
Yep.
All right.
Whoop.
We have to keep the head covered because it is a very dangerous bird.
Alright. That's for blood work.
All right. So
Looks like the feet are okay. Alright.
I still have some missing feathers.
Yeah. I think there's more to the story.
this is the bird that we drew blood from and got cultures to figure out why he was grounded. We thought he had lead poisoning, but it was not. He had a bacterial infection. We found this out with blood work and cultures. The bird completely recovered. He's in a flight cage now. We plan on releasing him tomorrow. And so we just came out to double check and see how he's doing. He's flying back and forth well. In fact, it'll be a challenge to catch him when he's ready for release tomorrow. So we're going to take the eagle up to the New York border. It came from Tioga County, and we plan on releasing it back in the same area with its family. And this is the flight cage that we had it in. It's a 40-foot flight that we put the bird in so that it could get some exercise and build up its flight muscles.